Hi, everybody. This is Mary Ellen. I am here with Christina, who has been here for a soul journey over the solstice and culminating today on the 22nd of December with the full moon. And Christina has graciously agreed to share a little bit about her experience, the journey that she had, and maybe some of the thoughts she had about coming to Moonrise Cottage. So I'm going to play with the picture software, the streaming software, and flip through just a few pictures for you. Our intention is to be brief. So the picture that you're seeing now is a little bit the picture of the mandala of the medicine wheel that came out for Christina while she was here. And I'm going to just hand it over to her, and we're going to be very informal and probably relatively brief. So Christina, go ahead.
Okay.
And thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So, yes, I wanted to give a review for anyone who might be thinking to come here, of what kind of experience you might have. So coming to Moonrise Cottage is like, first of all, it's an experience of being filled or embraced by the cottage. And it's the spiritual energy that fills you when you enter the cottage. And then secondly, it's about your personal spiritual experience. So at Moonrise Cottage, Mary Ellen creates an environment that allows you to have a unique experience here. And when you enter, you become enveloped by the energy of her off-grid cottage. It embraces you. You can separate from the stress and anxiety of the world you live in every day and come here and experience a totally different world. She's with you as Mary Ellen, and then she's with you as a spiritual catalyst or a spiritual enabler. She can give you a message from spirit like she does on her videos or in a private reading, but she also helps you interact with your own inner spiritual consciousness. So there's a spirit mask. We made this mask here together. It's a paper mache mold of my face, which I decorated when it dried. And it's meant to capture a reflection of your spiritual identity so you can see it. You can see your spirit self. You can see who you are on that level, which helps you identify with yourself in a whole new way. So if you have a couple days and you can get to Moonrise Cottage, it's a gentle, loving, affirming experience. So that's what I wanted to say.
Okay, thank you. And now I'm going to torture you just a little bit and maybe ask you to say a few words about your cards, if that's okay. You're willing to speak about that a little bit, and what the experience was of standing in this place and as a portal, and what it was like to have this experience of emerging into yourself a little bit.
Okay, well, I came here because I'm looking for any missing pieces that I need to fill in my spiritual experience so that I can go forward, because I need really urgently or badly to go forward and into my spiritual, experience. So I was given a vision that showed me like a really majestic version from the spirit world of a self I don't know, and then so I can carry that forward. I can say, oh, I actually know this about myself, and I am going to try to live it, or I'm going to try to live up to it, or I'm going to try to, be that here. And so kind of gives a direction with a big overview, but it's a good solid overview, so you can carry it, I guess. I don't know. You know what you're kind of looking for, I guess.
And so for people who don't know, part of what happens when you come here is you step into a type of vibration that is it's very quiet and it's very powerful. And then we work directly with the vibration to increase the vibration over a couple of days. And meditate very deeply, have discussions, etc. And do you feel comfortable sharing one of the visions that you had about? Or no?
Okay.
I mean,
If you
yes or no, totally fine. I would love to have you share that because it's
Okay.
so powerful. But if you don't feel comfortable, fine with me. It's up to you. So you had this experience of seeing.
Mm-hmm.
You were asking for something in particular, I think,
Yeah.
and then you saw this.
Yes. Okay. So
Fox
yes,
and
I
that
was
thing. I
asking.
don't want to put words in your mouth, but
I was asking specifically, what about myself don't I know? Like I kept getting like a message that there's something about yourself that you don't know, and you need this information to go forward. So I was like, well, what could I possibly not know about myself? I mean, I've lived in myself for almost 60 years, so I must know myself. Like, how is that possible? So I asked specifically, what do I not know? Like, how is it even possible that I don't? But anyway, so um, I had this vision, and let's see, I was, I went on a journey, and I was met by a fox who playfully led me down this gorgeous, gorgeous path and these really huge old trees. And I came to a waterfall, and I had to climb this ladder that was bolted to the rock beside the waterfall, and I had to climb over the ledge at the top. And, being that scared makes me kind of angry. So I had this moment of like anger, but when I came over the ledge, there were handholds that I could pull myself over. So I got over the ledge, and then when I was on the top of the ledge, I became light, like fire. And my heart chakra pulled me into the source, which was just all fire. And I went into the source, and then I came out as a phoenix, and I was kind of flying horizontally, and I came back into being. Oh, I wasn't a human body or anything, but I came into being, and I gently floated down, sparkle as light sparkles, back down to the earth, and was like a fog of this light. And the fox came back, and I followed it back in my soul form to the beginning where we started. So
yeah,
that
beautiful.
was.
And then eventually, my spirit guides were telling me, although Christine and I have done quite a few readings together, that it was time for another reading to reveal some more words and some more concepts that had to do with this vision that she had while we were meditating. And so you're seeing a picture of the cards that express the message that came from spirit about, well, what is it that I need to see? Very different spread than I've ever done before. And at the very center is Luminous Warrior. And so there was a story that came out about her soul intention in this lifetime and the way in which she has journeyed and very faithfully through all kinds of life experiences like we all have, to meet this moment where she is meant to step into her soul awareness and her spirit journey awareness. Was a very beautiful story that came out. So it's hard to see from the photograph. So in the center is Luminous Warrior as the representation of her soul intention and her soul identity and journey. And then above that, on the right, we see Mystical Shaman, and next to that, Eagle, and then going around the medicine wheel. It came out as a medicine wheel, which I don't usually do, and that's actually one of the things that Christina is very connected with, the four directions and those kind of things. So it was interesting how the spirits just sort of directed the way the cards came out. And then, so if you go counterclockwise around the medicine wheel, the next two cards are Lower World and the Council. And it is one of the places that Christina travels to in her spiritual travel. Right? Am I saying it right?
Yes.
Okay. True. Am I saying too much?
No, it's okay.
We're good? Okay. Stop me at any time. But we're just kind of doing this off the cuff. So a lot of affirmation about her journey and the things that she does know that need to be affirmed so she can really hold them to herself and within her heart as essential truth. And I always feel as though that's part of the journey when people come here, is to be able to claim yourself in some way and have acknowledgement for that. And then so on the bottom in the center, there is Time Master and the Child, and that has to do with some of the challenges that Christina has experienced over her lifetime, and that's personal, so I'm not going to share that, but it was very profound that they came out the way that they did. And then we see a representation of the fox. So that really blew my mind when that came out. And then the last card is completion, and it is that illustration of the snake that eats its tail, a confirmation for Christina that she has finished the cycle that she needed to finish when she came here with her sole intention, so she can step into the next phase of her development. And amazing things are happening in her life, decisions are being made, and she is taking up her soul journey, her spirit journey, in a way that's on the surface and sort of front and center in your life, would you say? Am I saying that right?
Sure.
Now, moving forward,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty amazing stuff happening. So it was really wonderful to watch her be embraced by the spirit energy that's here, and the land and the place. And it was, okay, so my spirit guides are saying, and lovingly, it was pouring rain really hard, which just made it feel a little bit more enveloped and quiet, and it was really beautiful. So anything else you popping out that you want to talk about? No? Okay, so she's been really gracious to say anything. She's not used to talking on camera. So thank you very much for being here, and thanks everybody for watching. And I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Enjoy Full Moon Day, and I'm sending you lots of love. Thank you so much.